So far on the channel I've done a full run through of the Super Mario Land and the Wario Land series of games, and I've also done a video that showed what Virtual Boy Wario Land would have looked like had it been ported to a Game Boy. But what I haven't done so far is any Let's Plays, so I thought it only appropriate that the first Let's Play that I do be Virtual Boy Wario Land. Now, I don't think we're going to get through the whole game in this video. We're probably going to have to split this video into a couple of different sections anyway. And also, I've never played this before. I don't know how long it is. I don't know if I'm any good at it. But this is a game that I've been wanting to play for a long time because I've never really sat down and played it properly. Yes, I did play it a little bit for some of the earlier videos, but I've never really, played it properly. Now, I can't actually do this video using an actual Virtual Boy for a couple of reasons. Firstly, because I don't have a Virtual Boy, it never got released in the UK. And secondly, if I did have a real one, then you wouldn't be able to see what I'm seeing. So it would kind of defeat the point of it being a Let's Play. So I'm going to have to emulate it, which means I have to choose a controller to use. Now, when I did my playthrough of Virtual Boy Wario Land as a Game Boy game, I actually made a controller. In fact, it's here. But, well, it's not the best in the world. It's got wires hanging out, wires falling off it even, and it's got sort of metal pins going through the buttons here, as I had to have an electrical connection between me and the controller itself. It's a bit of a mess. It would work for the video, but it was, only really trying to prove a point. It wasn't something that was going to last, so I can't really use this. And obviously there isn't a USB Virtual Boy controller, but what there is one of these. Now this, as you may be able to tell, is a USB N64 controller. And I'm going to say straight away, do not get one of these if you want to emulate N64. They are useless. The analog stick here does not work at all. Well, it works, but it just doesn't work well. But what this is good for is emulating Virtual Boy. And the reason for that is, well, it's very similar. If we ignore the bit in the middle here, it starts to look a little bit like it. The Virtual Boy has two D-pads. This doesn't have two D-pads. It has a D-pad and a C-pad. But then it has two triggers on the back, which are like the L and R triggers here. And then it has its A and B buttons like on a Game Boy. So this actually works really well, and this is what I'm going to use. So we're going to just dive in straight here. Now, the way that this game has actually been used is actually really, it's really clever from Nintendo, because the Virtual Boy, it was in black and red because red LEDs were cheap, and the system was pretty much rushed to the market. But it used these black and red LEDs, and in some LEDs, and in some games you can kind of see what it could have been, but at the same time it wasn't as good as it could have been, if that makes sense. What I'm trying to get at is there's a lot of darkness in Virtual Boy Wario Land because of the the red and black, but they actually worked that into the story. If you look at the original manual, it's that Wario is on holiday and he sees these mask guys taking treasure into a cavern, and he decides that he's going to steal it for himself, and then you're dropped into the cavern itself. So it makes sense that it's dark with only a few bits of light highlighting the rocks. So it's quite a clever storyline, and Wario Land games are universally quite good. I like Wario Land games, but you can also see that they did kind of think about it in terms of 3D. First of all, Virtual Boy is not virtual reality at all. It's 3D. It's kind of like the early attempt at doing a 3DS kind of thing. So you can see things like with these spiked balls, how they would have been cooler if it was in 3D, but as I pointed out in my other video, the gameplay kind of works even when those things are in 2D. And a lot of people say that this game should have just been a Game Boy game. I'm still not sure whether it could have been achieved. I'm sure it could have been, but yeah, I wish I'd been able to play this game properly when it came out. Because like I said earlier, we didn't get a Virtual Boy at all. Like, it came out in the US, maybe Canada, I'm not sure about Canada, and Japan. But because it was such a failure, we never got it. And I was fairly intrigued into what the Virtual Boy was, but at the time I knew nothing of it. Like, in the UK, we just didn't, because there was no internet. We just never heard about it. so it just missed us completely. Had it actually come out, I mean, I don't know if I would have wanted it. I think I probably would, because I tended to get the Nintendo handhelds. You know, I had the Game Boy Color, the Game Boy Advance, and I absolutely loved the Super Mario Land series of games, and the Wario Land series. They were my favourites. That was something I sort of shared with my sister. My sister got a Game Boy before I did. She'd actually saved up for it, and then she got it, and I loved it so much. I played Super Mario Land all the time. And then I sort of kind of convinced my dad to get one, but you know, I was only like 6 or 7 years old, so I couldn't afford one myself. So I think my sister got a bit annoyed that she'd saved up all this money and then I just got one anyway. But then she got to play my games, like Super Mario Land 2 and Super Mario Land 3 were almost complete before I ever got to play them. These things where you're jumping in and out of the foreground are cool. You know, it's a good use of the 3D, but you can kind of see that it's not something that was just a one-off. It didn't just stay in this game. If you play Kirby Planet Robobot or Kirby Triple Deluxe, you do this all the time. You're jumping back and forth all the time, and obviously it works well in that game as well. So, you know, there was a lot of thought that went into this game. It's one of those games that where... how do I dash? Can I dash across it? No, I'm just going to play it safe. It's one of those games where you kind of see that they did think about it in terms of how it would work on the console. Some games like they were puzzle games, and they on the Virtual Boy, and you're like, well, there's absolutely no need for these to be on the system at all. You know, whilst Virtual Boy Wario Land, I'm gonna have to start saying Virtual Wario Land because Virtual Boy Wario Land's too much of a mouthful. While Virtual Wario Land could have, you know, quite easily worked on other consoles, there are bits in this that you can kind of see, oh yeah, okay, I can see why this was on the Virtual Boy, and you can see why this was one of the better Virtual Boy games. But it you know, it works as a good platformer anyway, just in its own right. There we go, okay. I think this is like an intermediary, like kind of almost like betting game. Wario Land game, so that I'm going to just ignore that. I'm going to go to level 2. Yes, level 2. Okay, it looks like, was it that 17 levels? Okay, so it looks like I've got to collect 13 goods. So it looks like there's maybe not one on every level. I'm not sure. Was it 13 levels? Okay, I'm just going to go again. With it, you know, with it being... Oh, okay, I'm going to have to be careful with this. With it being in a dungeon, this game is... I mean, I was going to say darker, but I don't mean darker as in, like, literally darker. Of course it's literally darker, but, like, some of the characters look a bit more evil in these games, like these sort of floating skull things. They're a bit... Yeah, they're not as cutesy as in other Mario games, and these look like kind of like troll-like, these guys. With the spears. I mean, the masked guys are kind of, they're almost like Shy Guy light kind of thing. They look a little bit like Shy Guys. Oh. Ah. Oh wait, do they just kick out coins? How do I get across there? I need a key. Do I need a key? Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's go down here. Go down, go down. Sorry, I'm not talking, but I'm kind of getting into the game a little bit now. Yeah, as I said, you know, I had this game plus, sorry, not this game, but I had Wario Land 2, Super Mario Land 3, which is Wario Land 1, Super Mario Land 2, the 6 Golden Coins. These were like all some of the early games that I played. So, and Wario Land 2, like on the Game Boy Color and the normal Game Boy as well. These were games that I sort of... Oh, how do I stay over there? These were games that I kind of... I grew up playing, and they were my favourites. Oh, in fact, like, you can kind of track my life playing Game Boy games. There was sort of the early stages where these are all platformers. How do I get there? Oh, bugger. Where they're all sort of platformers, and then later in life, sort of, I discovered things like Pokemon and things, and then it was sort of that next stage of falling in love with the Game Boy. But there were games that I never really knew as a kid growing up. Things like Kirby's Dream Land. I only discovered that as an adult. Kirby's Dream Land 1 and 2. And, you know, Kirby is... come on. Kirby is kind of one of my favourite video game characters now. And I'm dead. Kirby's one of my favourite video game characters now, and it's kind of... Nintendo handhelds, not just the Game Boy, you know, I sort of rediscover why I love them as I go on, and I'm starting to see why I might have wanted a Virtual Boy growing up. Like, I get that the Virtual Boy was not a good console, I get that, but at the same time, I would have spent hours playing this game when I intend to spend hours playing this game now, but you know, as a kid, I'm okay with virtual reality. Like, virtual reality doesn't really make me sick or dizzy or anything. So I probably, if I could convince my parents to get me a Virtual Boy, I probably would have played it. That's cool. So, oh. No, okay. How did I get to the other side? Oh, okay, like that. Was this where the key was? I don't know whether I keep the key when I die or not, or whether I have to go get it again. Oh no, oh no, I can see it's down in the bottom right corner. I do have it. Can I go through that? I can go through the waterfall. That's how I got there. Collect these hearts. I've lost a life I could do with these. Oh, but I can't carry on that way. Okay, no, so I have to go this way. But there was... How did I get to... There was a thing with, like, loads of fire blocks or something. Yeah, under the... How do I get under there? There's a... Oh, okay. Because there's a travelator thing, so I can jump back up. So presumably I have to go further, and then I can jump back? Is that... Oh, no. Now I've gone to a completely different screen. Oh, what's that? Oh, this is like... Oh, I see. They're fire blocks, as in you have to break them with fire. Okay, I get it. This, was it Wario Land 1 or 2 that had a dragon thing like this? Oh, wait, am I... Yes, I am. Okay, that's how I got to it. Yeah, okay, you have to go forward to go back. Okay, that's fine. That's pretty cool, being, you know, sort of backtracking stuff. You could just complete the level, or you can backtrack to pick up extra stuff. It's kind of a little bit Metroid-y, Metroidvania-y. Not really, it's a platformer. Well, no, Metroid's a platformer. So, okay, so I had to have the fire block to get out. Ah! And then that will be the door where there's some treasure, which there is. So yeah, that's cool. I had the key to get to the end of the level, but I couldn't just... well, instead of going to the end of the level, I had to go back to get the treasure. I don't know what the treasure does, but... Okay, wait, hang on. So, how do I get back now? So I go on through the tunnel. The tunnel? Tube. Through the tube. And then I have the key, and there we go. That's the end of the level. This is really cool being able to play this game, because this is the thing. No, okay, it's 14 levels, so 13 bits of treasure, so there's a piece of treasure in each one. Presumably each treasure unlocks another bit until you get to the boss. Okay, don't know how far we're going to get in this video. This video is already, I'm looking on my little screen here, already nearly 18 minutes long. Wait, hang on, I have an underwater level, yet I have fire. Oh, the hearts float. There's not a lot of love for water levels, technically. I always remember, what was it that I always used to play, which had cool water levels? Oh, Crash Bandicoot, I always remember had cool water levels. I remember, like, in the UK, but I'm sure in other places as well, like, the two consoles that always used to be hooked up in hotel rooms, they'd be, like, downstairs, but you'd have a controller in your room and you could rent the games, was the PlayStation 1 and the Super Nintendo. And, you know, it'd be always Super Mario World, the Italian Job, strangely, and Crash Bandicoot, and I loved that game, and I always remember getting stuck on water levels. This is cool, having like enemies that that sort of come out in 3. Because again, you know, I'm stumbling all over my words. These enemies work in 2D, but come on, but you can tell just that they'd be better in 3D. Oh no, come on. And now I can't break those blocks, can I? But I can go down here. Oh, they're just hearts. Quickly, quickly, quickly! I can't break those blocks. This is the thing that's disappointing. It's not just that, you know, I never had a Virtual Boy growing up. Oh no, I can't. I haven't got anything to hit that guy with. It's that... Oh, wow! I literally didn't know anything about this game. Like, we just didn't hear about the Virtual Boy. I'm sure, like, people in the industry knew about it, but, there we go. But, like, as a kid, like, I just didn't, you know, I didn't know anything about it, and had I known there was a Wario Land game that was this good, I would have been all over it. Because like I was already a little bit disappointed that I didn't learn about Wario Land 2 until I was a little bit older. Because obviously I played the first one, which was, you know, the third Super Mario Land game. How do I get past it? But like Wario Land 2 and, well, maybe not Wario Land 2, but definitely Wario Land 3. I didn't even really know it existed. I don't really break those things. So it's only like later in life that I discovered them, and I discovered how good they are. But yeah, if I'd known that the Virtual Boy was coming out and it was going to have a game like this on it, I definitely would have looked into it more, but you just didn't see it. Like, because the only place you would see it is either like on TV, which obviously they weren't advertising it because it wasn't for sale in the UK, or in magazines. And honestly, it wasn't in UK magazines much. I mean, at least I didn't see it. It might have been in other magazines throughout Europe, but yeah, definitely I didn't see anything in the UK, and that's a real shame. Oh, how do I get there? How do I get to that tube? I've unfolded my legs because I'm getting into this now. But I think the camera's good. This is the thing when you film with DSLRs, they only film like 25 minutes or something at a time. So at some point I'm probably going to have to reset the camera. But I don't want to stop because this is getting too much fun. And I'm going all quiet because I'm concentrating on the game rather than actually remembering that I'm meant to be filming something. Oh cool, I can jump out of the water. Oh, but there's 3D spike balls again. There's so much thought being put into this game. They haven't just made another Wario Land game. This is like the definitive Virtual Boy game. I know that it's not the best use of 3D. I know Tellero Boxer is technically better because it's, you know, it's kind of a first-person perspective, and that was meant to be the point because it was meant to be virtual, whereas this is just 3D. But you know, even so, oh no, I would have to do it from underneath. Even so, you know, this is just so good. This is so good. Oh, I wasn't watching. So where's the treasure? Oh, okay. Because I think, is that the exit up there? I don't currently... Do I need all the treasure, or do I just need to make it up to that level? Oh. I actually haven't been watching my coins or anything. Do I get an extra life with 100 hearts? Is that how it works? Okay, so I don't have any treasure for this level, but I do have the key. Oh no, and it does unlock for me, so... Maybe I don't need the treasure. Maybe it's just a collectible. I know, well, I know in Wario Land games it's not always it's not always a requirement to complete the game, but it's, you know, it's a collectible that has an alternative ending, you know, depending on how much treasure you collect. So maybe that's... Oh, maybe that's what it is. Oh wait, that's a second key. That needs a second key. Oh. How do I... I need... Okay. I don't know how you get the second key. Can I break that block? Nope. Oh. Did he spit? Oh no, okay. So I need to wait for him to come down and then jump on him, and then maybe he spits the key out. Oh, this might be like a mini boss. Yeah, okay, he's exploding. Brick goes, oh, okay, and then I can go across it. Ah, and that's where the treasure will be. Oh, no, it's not. What is this? Something's going to come flying at me. Whoa! Okay. Do I have to... Oh no, okay, I can just start back at this guy. Oh no, I don't even need to do that. I can just jump. Okay, that's cool. This is cool because it kind of feels a little bit, you know, there's backtracking, which is a bit Metroidvania-y, but then this is almost like dungeon crawling. It's kind of, okay, wait, hang on, concentrate. Press the dash and run. Oh! Oh! That would have been cool in 3D. So, okay, now do I jump on him? I don't have any... Okay, I'm gonna have to do this multiple times, okay. Okay, wait, okay, ready. Wait. Dash! 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 Okay, and okay, he's gonna jump across. Come on. I can't take a hit. Oh! Okay, I should have gone for it. Got him. Come on. Ah, I need to do it 3 times. At least. Come on. Ready. Ready. Dash! 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 Okay, here he comes. Come on. Come on. I can do it. Come on. Okay, wait for it. Wait. Jump! Got him! Come on, that must be it. That must be it. Yeah! Oh, wait, now what do I do? Oh, coins, lots of coins, lots of coins. Get the coins, get the coins, get the coins. Ah, before they disappear. Run, 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 run. Run, Wario, run. Run, 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 run. Whoa, okay, that's a lot of coins. I don't actually know what coins do. Again, I'm guessing it's just treasure that you collect. Ah, okay, cool. And then new key. That will unlock this. And that's the end of the level. Cool. And I think that will probably do it for this first video. You know, we've got to stage 4. It took a little bit longer than I thought. It's taking about 20 minutes, but or even maybe half an hour looking at the clock over here. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this first video, and it's my first Let's Play, so I'm hoping when I watch it back it's going to look okay. I've never done this before, but hopefully it's the first of many. But for now, I'll see you guys later. Well, that's my first Let's Play in the can, and for some reason my capture device was dropping frames throughout. It's a bit annoying, but either way, thank you for watching this video, and make sure to hit that subscribe button.